Hello everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. We're outside Stamford Bridge after a 1-0 win against Benfica in the Champions League. Nina, we struggled against Bayern. Some would say at times we struggled today, but a win is a win and we've got to dissect it nonetheless.
Hey, it's a Champions League win, mate. Today's not even about the performance, it's just about the result. I feel happy. I feel like some people are a bit deflated about the performance and the way we played and the fact that it wasn't pretty the whole 90 minutes, but hey, we won. And I remember being here outside when we lost to Real Madrid, home and away, saying, when are you next going to be in the Champions League, Alex? And we're back again, and we're here tonight, welcoming players and Jose Mourinho, more importantly, hearing the Champions League anthem. I am happy tonight. I don't have too much to complain about.
What about the performance in itself? Let's dissect it from the beginning. The starting 11, you see the team sheet, see a number of changes, you see a number of players who've been criticised, Gusto being one of them. Obviously you had Buonanotte in as well, Tyreek George, up front Garnacho making his debut in the Champions League, starting debut for us. What was your initial reaction?
I think I was surprised. Were you? It was a bit of a strange one to see Tyreek George start in the Champions League game, and I mean Buonanotte, fair enough, he's obviously playing in the cup games but clearly an option now when Cole Palmer's out for us. I thought he did pretty well though today, would you say? He was quite comfortable, he had some good passes into our wingers and looked comfortable in the most parts. Obviously made some mistakes, but he's young and he's playing in the Champions League. But yeah, apart from that, I thought nice Garnacho.
Different to playing against Lincoln, right?
Oh, so well, is it? Yeah, quite different.
You think the performance was better than Lincoln?
I'd say he kept it up. I'd say that he kept up what was a good performance against Lincoln, which is actually probably better in itself because maybe we can get some consistency from him. And the fact that Maresca's trusting him to give him this role tonight, clearly he sees something in training as well. Clearly he is maybe doing something that is worthwhile to get him these starts. And like I said, maybe he's going to be an option in the Premier League as well because, like I said, Cole Palmer's out. It could be an interesting dynamic there to see how he can fit into that role. But yeah, I thought Tyreek George was probably the only one who I didn't really see a justification of why he started. I don't think he's a number 9 and he doesn't really look like he's comfortable in that role either. So for me it just felt like a bit of a shrug of the shoulders why he started there, but Maresca obviously favours him. I do get it though, because Pedro did need a little bit of rest. Like, he's been running into the ground with minutes, he's been playing full 90 minutes, he's obviously going to be so important for us. Clearly now only in the Premier League because he got himself sent off, so no João Pedro in the next Champions League game against Ajax.
Yeah, what did you make of that?
I didn't even see the first yellow. Like, what was he booked for in the first place when he came on? So I can't really tell on that, but I just kind of laughed. 3 red cards in 3 games, Alex. I mean, that's got to be something, right? Red flags all over.
We're literally red flag FC.
We are red flag FC, yeah. So clearly a bit of an issue with discipline, but again, like I have to see what the first yellow was given for in the first place to judge it. But yeah, everything else, I thought defensively we did a job today. I mean, Benfica didn't score against us and they did have the chances. Maybe at times it was their own lack of precisions, at times it was good defending. Sanchez collected a few of the balls, but again, Alex, we haven't talked about a clean sheet recently, not even against Lincoln, not against Man United, not against Brighton, not against Bayern Munich. We haven't had clean sheets. Brentford before that, so that's about 5 or 6 games that we've gone with conceding goals. So tonight, again, another positive can be that. I thought it was nice to have Badiashile back. To me, he looked quite composed, quite comfortable in his role. No rash decisions left, right and centre, which we're used to seeing from our centre-backs. So that's perhaps welcome to have him fit and available for the weekend's game. And yeah, on the most part, Malagusta, you mentioned, thought he did really well. I saw the energy from him today as well, and thinking forwards rather than backwards like he was at the weekend against Brighton. And
no Ronaldo chop.
No Ronaldo. No. So again, but collectively what I liked about our side today is that we had the energy, Alex. I didn't doubt the energy or the effort tonight. We came out, Benfica were matching our energy, but we weren't backing off. We were continuing and we were trying to contain their press, and then they were trying to contain our press, but we just remained consistent throughout the 90 of the energy and the attitude, and that's what I like to see. Because in those last 5-10 minutes, it became a little bit scrappy. There was an opportunity or maybe a narrative where Benfica could have scored and we walked away with a 1-1. So actually now we have to stand here tonight and just say, look, it really is about the result tonight, and we'll build on it in the Champions League, but we had a rough match day 1. It's good to get a win at home on match day 2.
And a clean sheet like you mentioned. I mean, do you think we deserve the clean sheet? Can we justify it based on the performance?
Maybe Benfica will feel a bit hard done by. Maybe they think they deserved a goal tonight, and they'll say that. But hey, like, I'm a Chelsea fan. I'm happy. I think we dealt well. We dealt with the pressure well. They had times where they didn't trouble us maybe too much, maybe a better finish. But again, I'm happy. I'm not going to say they deserve to score.
One thing that I was really intrigued by was watching the midfield, because we speak about players being ran into the ground. You see Enzo Fernandez getting so many minutes. You see Caicedo playing pretty much every single game. And for me, they were two standout players. If you had to say to me, Alex, who were our two best players, I'd probably look at that midfield.
True, yeah, but if you want to talk about best player, I'd shout out Pedro Neto as well, Alex, because I thought Pedro Neto was immense from minute 1 to minute 90. All he's missing is a goal, because he's so good. He's been so good for us, and I mean, I just wish that all of our wingers could match what he offers, because Neto is immense. He's crazy. Like, even our goal, it was his cross into the box. It was his cross that found Garnacho, wasn't it?
Okay.
Yeah. So those are the dangerous crosses that he offers. It was, wasn't it? Someone tell me, was it Neto who put in that cross for when we scored to Garnacho?
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, I wasn't at the game apparently. But yeah, like what Neto offers is consistency. He's great. And I don't know if I made this up, but I think Jose said something about Pedro Neto being one of the best wingers out there. He is great.
I think he's a typical Mourinho winger. You know, he tracks back, he's a grafter, great on the counter.
So
and then
good.
again, like, very unselfish as well, willing to work for the team.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I can't really say the same about Gittins today. When he came on, I thought his cameo was quite poor, quite subpar. He wasn't able to control any of the balls, and I felt bad because we all loved to see Esteban come on, didn't it? That just ignited the crowd even more. Just to see a player like Esteban in the Champions League with so much flair, so much excitement, a player that can get you off the edge of your seat. Alex, I counted 3 times where he made a run into central positions and Gittins and Garnacho ignored him 3 times. And it's like, look up and make the pass, because Neto does, so it has to be balanced. It has to be the same thing on the left wing. And you saw one time Garnacho sky it when he took the shot. Gittins just lose the ball and we are hit again on the turnover. And it's not good enough, because potentially we could have scored more there. Like, Esteban kept putting his hands up like, hello, look at me. So that needs to improve. We need to gel a little bit more in that department, and that needs to be better, because João Pedro and Esteban coming on, you get that. They offer that really great partnership through the middle, and we need to utilise that more rather than it being so out wide all the time. We need to start playing through the middle a little bit more.
It's interesting when you talk about Garnacho and Gittins being a little bit selfish when they shoot past. We said the opposite about Sancho last season. We were calling for him to shoot. So, I mean, talk to me about, like, what do you see that difference on that left-hand side this season? Because we know they're different profiles, but did you prefer Sancho in there?
It's hard to say because it's a smaller sample size of Garnacho and Gittins. I like Garnacho in the fact that he can be a menace, he can cause defenders problems, but still it's that end product, because his first touch is great, he's got a good ball control, right? And then it's like that next decision, do you run, do you cut in, do you play out wide, like what do you do? And I just think that lack of decision making at times is what probably Man United would have told you, Man United fans would have told you about Garnacho. So I want to give him the benefit of the doubt that it might improve and it might get better when he gets used to playing with our other players and he builds some chemistry with them. But again, it's that decision making, and equally I could throw it over to Gittins, because Neto's mastered it, I think, when to try and shoot, when to cross. They need to do the same.
Is there any Benfica players that you were impressed by today?
To be fair, I mean, I thought their front line, again, on any other day they probably scored tonight. I know I don't want to say it earlier, but they've got a lot of pace, and Jose Mourinho has obviously given them one of the pep talks he used to give us, but they just looked like they were ready to come out and absolutely get us tonight. And like I said, if this game was away from home and maybe we were at their grounds, perhaps it's a different result, because their fans were great, they were giving them the energy. But like I say, I thought we did well to keep them at bay, but it's going to be tough, and this is where we wanted to be though, Alex, right? These are the teams we wanted to play against. So I thought they gave us the energy, they made it difficult, but we coped well. I'm proud.
And how do you see things going against Liverpool?
Oh, well, that's
our last game before international break, right?
Well, they've now got 2 defeats on the bounce, Crystal Palace, and today against Galatasaray they lost 1-0. So,
and Alisson's injured apparently?
Apparently they've got 2 key injuries. I'm not too sure who to, but if Alisson's one of them. But then again, who do they sign in goal that waited and ignored? Anyways, But still, look, it's a tough game. We won obviously last year, but they'd already won the league, and potentially we could look into exposing some of their weaknesses, because let's not pretend they're perfect at the back. They do have frailties. Other teams have exposed them, so why can't we? I feel like we totally have to focus on our game, but it's not like Liverpool can't be gotten at right now. We can see that clearly. So I think we have to go into that game with a bit more self-esteem, but Maresca's got a big part to play. How does he set us up, and what does he do? Because I'm looking at tonight, a player like Esteval, I'd probably hand him a start against Liverpool. Alex, I would. I'd probably play him, and I'd probably play Neto, balance them out on the flanks. I don't know, Buonanotte maybe against Liverpool might be a bit of a tough ask for him, but again, that depends. I mean, up against like Van Dijk, that's going to be a difficult job for him, but I think Maresca has a lot to make up for with the Brighton and United game, so we're truly looking at these Premier League games like you need to adapt and you need to do something different. So it's actually a lot of eyes are on Maresca this weekend.
Think we can do it?
Yeah, why not? I mean, I'm not going to go into another game thinking we can't do it. I think we can absolutely get something out of it. And like I said, coming into the season, I told you I want to beat Liverpool, Arsenal, City. I want to beat these sides at least once. So my standards haven't changed just because we've now had a poor few weeks here that things have gone wrong, because we still need to remember who we are and what we can do and the money we've spent. And I know it's not perfect, but we still have to have the mentality of going into these games thinking, yeah, of course we can win. And we're at home. Come on. That means something.
True. It's very true.
So
Good to see you, Nina.